Hello everybody, welcome back to The Long Dark. I'm Gazbeard. We're in Paradise Meadows Farm. We've just returned from Milton House where we did a massive cookout yesterday, and on the way back we've had a struggle with a wolf. We're carrying some bits and pieces that we need to drop and do some clothes repairs, etc. after that wolf struggle. So let's first of all get rid of all the guts that we're carrying. And we're carrying a couple of wolf pelts. Oh, hang on, wait a minute. Cured gut, fresh gut. That's what we've got to drop. And we're going to try and get them under that table across there as best we can. Sometimes it's a little bit tricky to get the placement zone when there's a rug in the area. There we go. Put the bow away just now. Make life easier. Now we can't drop them just directly in front of this table because they'll disappear under the deerskin hides that are on the floor, which is why we've got to drop them across here and then move them over. So just be aware of that in your own playthroughs. There's a few quirky bits in the game in terms of physics. That's one of them. Right, let's examine what else we've got. The wolf hides and guts that we're carrying are for making the wolfskin coat. We've brought some cloth and a piece of leather down for doing clothing repairs. We've got a bunch of feathers that we farmed yesterday from the carcasses we left lying around. They've got to go in the drawer in the barn. Our bows are looking a bit ropey. This arrow's getting a bit ropey, but we've probably got one more good shot in it, if not two. We've got plenty of fishing kits made up for sewing kits. We've got a few bits of snack food and a kilo of venison on us for eating. Our clothes after that wolf attack, the hats are fine, the boots are fine, the trousers are fine, coat's okay, gloves okay. Right, so we don't need to do any repairs after that one wolf attack. We mainly took bruising and a bleed, which we cured the bleed out there. Painkillers were fine. Antiseptic patches, we've got 4. We do have 3 pieces of lichen for making another one. I'm not making it up yet because the patches are heavier than the combined weight of the lichens. Getting low on bandages though, we're down to 3. We need to think about getting some more of them. Matches were fine for what we're doing. There's more at Milton House, and whenever we can we've got the magnifying glass to use and the fire striker as a backup, so we're okay for all that at the moment. We're down to 58% condition after that wolf attack. We're a bit winded. We're warming up now that we're indoors. Got a slightly dry mouth and we're carrying 900 calories, we're fine. I'd like to get to the workbench, but what I first want to do is I want to try and harvest those other wolves. I really want to get this wolfskin coat done now. I want to get it finished. I think we've got about 8 hours left on it. We've got at least 2 wolves out there to harvest. The one that we fought before we went up to Milton House, we haven't been able to find him as yet, and there's also the one that we just fought in yesterday's episode. Now I want to move that lantern forward a little bit so that it's easier to find. I want to put it as close to the TV as possible because it's sometimes a bit tricky to find in the dark. Right, get the bow out, and the question is, depending on the weather, are we going to go hunting the dead wolves, or are we just going to go straight to the workbench? We do need to get fuel. Minus 11. We really do need to get firewood. And I mean, we've got all of these tables and chairs and stuff we can smash up, but the hatchet's in a bad condition. That looks like the dead wolf over there, straight ahead of us. Let's go get him. Let's get his meat harvested, because we can cook his meat while we're crafting. Remembering one of the wolves has got an arrow in him. deer up at the open-sided barns. There's a piece of cedar up there we can harvest. This is the one we've just killed. He's a biggin. Let's just take his meat. 20 minutes.
I'm gonna have to leave something behind.
And that's interesting. It's showing the leather symbol for his hide. I've never noticed that before. I wonder if it's always done that. Right, so that gives us a bunch of wolf meat to cook. We got... oh, there's feathers. Don't turn down the feathers. Always remember your feathers, guys. There's a third one. And this weather is pretty severe. There's a fourth one. Like I said, this is the one we've just killed. There's the one that we fought or shot, whatever it was, a couple of days ago that we've still got to find. And we've only got cedar wood round here. Right, let's get that. It's just gone midday. Temperature's falling quite rapidly. We're not into a red temperature zone yet.
Feel my feet.
We might well be if we harvest this one though. An hour and a half. I think it's too risky. So I'm just gonna grab this stick and any others that are lying about.
I'm gonna need to eat some.
And because our condition is down, I think what we're going to do today is just focus on trying to get some firewood gathered. As long as we can manage to stay outside. We're starting to get temperature warnings at the bottom of screen. We're approaching a hypothermia risk. Hypothermia risk, of course, is not hypothermia itself. What we really need is this weather to warm up. Need this wind to go away. Now, we never did get to look through the back here to see if that other wolf died over here. So let's just... when we get out of the wind, we seem to be warming up a little bit. Yeah, sort of. Not fully, but sort of. Let's just see if we can get up this rock. We can. We've got wood over here, of course. If I could find a sheltered enough spot, I'd harvest one of these branches, but as long as we got the wind blowing on us, I'm not going to. However, there are lots of sticks across here. We've not harvested them for a long time, so there's plenty lying around. Let's just get as many of these as we can. An individual stick might not seem to be a very good source of firewood, but by the time you've got handfuls of them, or armfuls of them, the amount of time you can keep a fire going really increases. So it's worth picking them up. And when you're playing on interloper, unless you find the hacksaw, or you've been able to get to the forge to make an improvised axe, sticks are your primary firewood, because there are no hatchets to be located in interloper difficulty. You have to make them. There was a few more sticks over here. I'm still watching our temperature. We're not red yet.
I could eat anything right now.
And I know this is not the most exciting of gameplays, but I'm sorry, it is an essential part of surviving in the long dark.
All this gear is slowing me down.
Yeah, and we now know that there's a bunch of cedar branches across here. We need warmer weather before we can harvest them. We also know that the wolf is not back there. So let's get into the barn. We'll use these sticks as firewood. We'll drop the cedar. We'll save the cedar for another time. Let's try and get at least a few hours on that coat. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the torch today because of that wind. Can only use wood matches or the fire striker. Let's use the fire striker. Use the torch. Tinder plug and a stick to start the fire. Could we have used the magnifying glass? Oh, we could have. Damn it. Never mind. Too late to worry about that now. Must remember to check that in future. Come on, fire. Burn. There we go.
Turned out pretty well.
Right, add a bunch of those sticks. There's just about 3.5 hours on it. Put the torch out. Put that torch away. Keep the bow out ready. Let's put those feathers away. 28, that's good. Can make a lot of arrows with those. Only got one arrowhead spare though. Right, let's get some time in on this. Let's put 3 hours in on this coat. And then we're going to need to eat and drink after that. Right, so if we eat that, and we've still got that wolf meat to cook, of course. We'll do that at the main house. What time have we got? It's just before sunset. How much fire have we got? 30 minutes. Pick up another bunch of sticks. See if we can push that fire up to about 2 hours. 2 hours 5. That'll do nicely. Just pick up another couple of sticks. A piece of cedar in case we need it inside the house. So let's get another 2 hours on that coat. Leaves us 3 hours in the morning to do. There we go. 3 hours left. Sunset, very clear night. It's going to get cold very fast without fire. Just check what the temperature is. Feels like 38 because we're next to the fire. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a torch off the fire. And we're going to head back to the house. Crows over that dead wolf. Might be able to get some feathers off him in the morning again. The reason I'm taking the torch, even though it's not dark, is because I can use this to light the stove in here for cooking the wolf. And it's just as well we picked up that firewood because we've got none in here. Right, so if we pick up that can, move it across there. And we've got to drop 4 pieces of the meat. There's the smallest one, we'll drop that. and then we'll drop these 3, and we'll pre-position these on the rings before we light the fire. That way they start cooking from the second that the fire burns, and they're slower on the rings than they are in the pans, so we can add to the pans once the fire's up and running. Use the torch to light the fire, saves a match of course.
Come on.
Excellent. Add that cedar. Might be all that we need to add. We can put the torch out now. There's 2 bits in the pot. 50 minutes, 44 minutes. Oops, that's cooked. That's that tiny little bit. Let's just eat that. 42 minutes, 42 minutes, 42 minutes, 36, 36, an hour and 10 on the fire. Now we can put that back over there, make half a litre of water in that. And we can pass time on these. Pick up that meat, pick up that meat. 35 minutes on there, so we can make half a litre in each of these pans. That one's cooked, take it, make another half litre in there. 3 minutes, 3 minutes, 3 minutes. Pass time till they're ready. Pick them up.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Pick them up. Put that can on there. It's 27 minutes. We might be able to get a half a litre done. We'll try it. Let's just relight the torch from here. Go drop this meat outside. And we left that piece of venison in a rather strange angle. Let's just do it like that. Right, so we want to drop all 5 of these. That's not what I wanted to do. This torch is starting to die. We can't afford to be out here much longer. We'll take this oldest piece of wolf for supper. And the torch has gone out. So we'll just put it away. 10 minutes on the stove. They're all boiled. They're not. But they will boil before the fire goes. No, maybe they won't. We'll add 1 more stick, just to be sure of it. And while we're at it, we'll harvest that torch. Check our water. We've got 2.37 litres. We don't need to pick up any. 11 minutes, 1 minute till boiled. Right, so we can ignore them. Just head for bed, use the windows for navigation. And forward until we can see the bedroom window there. Heads towards that, turn around till we can see that one. The bed's below it. Time of day is mid-evening, so we'll probably sleep till morning. Let's just check his... Yeah, he's tired enough. Do need to eat, do need to drink. So eat that kilo of wolf. Take a drink. $1,400 calories, more than enough to get through the night. Won't even need breakfast first thing in the morning. Pretty drained. So he's down to 60% condition as well. So let's just sleep till dawn. Probably a 9-hour sleep. Being drained is going to help him get that, of course. Let's just go for that. Take it through. Day 135. We're 14 hours into day 135. So what we're going to do today is pick up a little bit of water, get into the barn, and finish that wolfskin coat. It's sort of after sunrise. We'll take a drink before we do anything. Not a lot of light in here, but we'll do what we can. Probably getting a little bit low on water, so I wish we could see a bit clearer in here. It's always very dark in this part of the house. How much water how are we carrying? 1.5 litres. Yeah, I want to try and find one of those. There we are. That's half a litre. We'll take that. Puts us up to 2 litres. We'll sort the rest of that water out when we've got more light. Take that. Leave the farmhouse. And it's a fairly misty early-ish morning. Snowfall. Not the best of weather. Feels like -10. It's been colder. Let's go across into the barn. We want to get this wolfskin coat finished. Now I know that we're carrying a few sticks, so all I'm going to do is pick up about 3 kilos of cedar. There's not a chance in hell that we're going to get this lit with the magnifying glass. No, didn't think so. We use the cardboard matches. We've got no tinder left. Start it with sticks. Still 90% fire chance. Come on, fire. There we go. Right.
Alright.
Add that cedar. We can hear the wolves howling in the background. That gives us 4 hours. We need 3 hours to get this wolfskin coat finished. Just check. He does need to eat. Let's grab one of these pieces of meat here. Just take a sip of water. Right, wolfskin coat, 3 hours. Let's get it finished. Excellent. Just check in inventory. Wolfskin coat, fully finished. Okay, excellent. 2 hours on the fire. The crows cackling away.
Thank goodness. Made it through another night.
Wonder if there's any more feathers across there. let's go and have a look, and then we'll drop the wolfskin coat in the house, pick up what we need to make the deerskin pants. There's no more feathers here at all. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to take one of the guts out of him. I'll head back to the house. And then we can come back and get a start on the deerskin pants. Alright, so if I drop that piece of gut there, what we'll do is we'll try and get it to fit in there. It doesn't want to play. That's annoying. Oh well, we'll just, if it'll go there, we'll put it there. Right, we'll drop the wolfskin coat. Put that on there for now. Right, deerskin pants. What do we need to make deerskin pants? We need 3 hides and 4 guts, and it takes 20 hours. So, 1, 2, 3 hides and 4 guts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's just check. Take that water, move the cans across there. That gives us 2.87 litres. I'm going to take that pan of water. It's only a half litre, gives us about 3 litres. Means we can afford to leave a litre in the barn then. And in fact, I've just realised what the duration is on the episode so far. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to dive straight back in here to create a save point. And we'll end the episode a little bit early here. Just a minute or two. And I'll see you in the next one, which will be at 5 PM tomorrow, UK time. As always, please, if you're enjoying the video, give it a like, add your comments down below. I love to read your comments, and I'll answer them if you need one. Subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying the series. Check the video description for links to my other channels where you can also follow me. And as always, from me, it's not goodbye. It's until the next one. Bye for now.